What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Without further ado, I don't want to keep people waiting because I got some stuff to do. I'm probably going to, get this tamed a little bit. Got to go out of town. Papa got to work. Boom. We got our haircut appointment, 6 p.m. I got some time. Ego had me dying with that Krang voice. It's Krang with a K. Why is it Shredder? That's how the man fans be sounding. They about to sound like Krang on this video where we talk about, hey, Anthony Joshua, he doesn't have to fight for $50 million. That's how these men. Hold on, I'm trying to do impressions. See, we be multitasking. I'm trying to do impressions while respond to my barber. Hold on, let me do one thing. All right, we locked in. Anthony Joshua could fight who he wants. We must get the turtles to the techno. What is it, Shredder? That's how these man fans be saying. Boxingego is biased. The schematics in the technodrome. Smash the fucking like button. The real is back. You know how I do, man. We must get into the real car. Hey, fuck with me and get some money. I said, fuck with me and get some money. New media. Fuck with me and get some money. Hey. Smash the like button. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Let me know something. Hey, started from the bottom with it. Hey, now they got a problem with it. If I want it, probably get it. I said, if I want it, I probably get it. Oh my gosh, let's get it. Hey, started from the bottom with it. If I want it, I probably get it. Now they got a problem with it. Shout out to Daly City. Redding, California, I see y'all. 650-530. That sound like my backyard, California. Miami. 305 up in the building. Texas, they keep killing. We back. St. Louis. The Show Me State. Shout out to Beaumont. Shout out, what is it, Shredder? Shout out to Krang. We about to put these haters in some pain. Shout out to Milwaukee, Milwaukee 414. Y'all know what it is. LA 316. I see y'all. Smash the like button. We just do this nonstop. This shit easy work. Easy as work. Easiest job I ever had. Now these motherfuckers mad. Gang. Easiest job I ever had. We making man fans so mad. Shout out to Round Rock, Texas, Mexico, California, Frisco. Hey. Fuck with me and these haters undecided like Chris Brown. We keep coming back like a Trey Pound. Oh my gosh. But they keep coming around. They undecided like Chris Brown. Let's get it. We're just warming up the mic. We need to do one more beat. One more beat and we should be good. Home of the Barclays, Wichita, Kansas. The zone. They putting on fights in the barn. Oxnard, aka Boxnard, Kelly, Dallas, Texas. I see you. We got some good fights, y'all. Jose Uzcategui, Caleb Plant, Rigondeaux on the undercard, Joey Spencer on the undercard. Your boy is gonna be there. Let me turn this alert off. See, I hate when the beats on the line just be taking too long to come in. I'm too impatient for this. Okay. This what we waited for. I said the truth is so easy. It's easy peasy. From the Bay like young. Let's get it. Okay. What up, Fight World? We just warming up, man. Rocking with Plant. That's my dude. That's my guy, man. Show support for the real ones. This dude coming off an injury, he could have really took a tune-up, but he's not trying to lose his place in line or nothing. No soft touches, no tune-ups, and he looks like he's in phenomenal shape. Pause. Let's get it. Shout out to Rick. Now I'm looking forward to the comeback of the El Chical. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I said started from the bottom with it. If I want it, I probably get it. Hold on. Shout out to Costco. They got the extra soft joints. You know, match the shirt. This ain't even playing, but you did. So, y'all like my shirt? Guns N' Roses. I'm like Axl Rose of this shit, man. On the night train. Yeah. I want to see you bleed in the jungle. Yeah, y'all about to welcome to the jungle. Yeah, I seen Caleb. I didn't know if it was officially him, but I heard it was him. He was like at school fighting somebody. He was tagging them up. All right, listen. Y'all clicked on the video, y'all seen the title. Smash the like button, we working. All right, so we good in the vocals? Y'all hear me? If we good in the vocal department, put your threes up. Jesus, put your threes up. If we good in the vocal department, put your threes up. Hey, yo, throw your fingers up. Yeah, y'all got to chill with the solicit and my shooters will clap you. All right, let's start off with what you guys see in the title. You know, this is just another day for us. Dillian Whyte did an interview with Talk Sport. Shout out to them. And in that, he made new media look real good, especially my channel, you know, and he made old media and all these other motherfuckers look real bad. So in that sports bar on Talk Sport, you know, this podcast or whatever from the UK, Dillian Whyte says, and I quote, and this is a guy who's fought Joshua twice between the amateurs and the pro rankings. Before Joshua was a champion, he did fight him. Dillian Whyte says to Talk Sport, I called AJ out there live thinking the fight could be made, and I was very disappointed with Anthony Joshua's response. I was ready for him to say, okay, let's get it on. Wilder is not going to fight him because he doesn't want it and is fighting Tyson Fury. But from his answer and the way he was acting, I think AJ might want the fight, but I don't think his team wants to fight. Dillian Whyte continues by saying, I think AJ is going into the business now thinking, hey, I can have mediocre, easy fights and still make a load of money, so why not? Realistically, if he wanted to fight Deontay Wilder, after Wilder came over with the $50 million offer, he still didn't want to fight him. He had whatever excuse he had for why the Wilder fight didn't happen. First, he said he wanted to fight Tyson Fury before Tyson Fury came back, but now Tyson Fury has come back with a good performance against Wilder. All of a sudden, AJ is saying, oh, now I want to fight Wilder because Tyson Fury lost. But I didn't think Tyson Fury did himself any injustice in that fight. If anything, I thought he put on a great performance and he boxed well. So, that's from you, man. Shout out to Dillian Whyte. Shout out to the body snatcher. Now it's time for me and new media to snatch some bodies as well. Right? Dillian Whyte sounded real new media-ish with it right now. Once again, these motherfuckers look horrible. How come as time goes on, shit I said from the jump, now more and more people are starting to see and or they've always seen, but more importantly, they're speaking out and saying these things. Meanwhile, that faction, old media, you know, the ones that try to spin doctors and flip it and make it look like Wilder's pansy and scared and, you know, Shiante Wilder and Beyonce Wilder. How come nobody is really of note co-signing that? Now, AJ has kind of given Dillian Whyte respect recently, I would say. He said that, you know, I'm sure that they're rivals, so I'm sure he said some bad things in there too. But when he was fighting Joseph Parker, AJ went on record and said, I think he's going to knock out Joseph Parker. And even though he's, you know, paid him some, he said, oh yeah, White's bounced back nicely since his loss to me. So he said some good things. Why would Dillian Whyte have to, you know, come out and just say something? Because this is what they're going to say. I know the bullshit. I know the games. They're going to say, because they're trapped, like usual, in their marsupial rats. You know, these marsupial rats are different. Like I always tell you guys, shapeshifters. So the man fans are going to now say, oh, that's because Dillian Whyte's his enemy, so of course he's not going to say anything nice. It's not true. Just because of your enemy, like if Jay-Z and Nas were beefing at the time, that doesn't mean that Jay-Z won't acknowledge if Nas came out with a banger, you know, if he just had a single that was hot in the streets, you know, just because he don't like Nas, that don't mean he gonna front on him. So once again, I can't wait for the usual suspects that do videos that counter mine and all that to respond to this. You know, they can, anything that looks like that, like Wilder is at this point, I don't even have to go out of my way for this shit. This shit is just falling on my lap. They have to go out of their way to try to make it look like something else. Like anything that, you know, Mike Tyson or somebody who's exhibited coon-like behavior and hated on a lot of the top level black fighters, you know, in general, you know, and American fighters, you know, and Mike Tyson, I love him to death. You know, that's my favorite fighter. But, you know, he always seems to root against certain guys like Mayweather, Wilder. He's like, and then Deontay, he's fighting Spilky. I mean, who's Spilky? Like, he's purposely saying the dude's name all crazy. He's fighting a pudgy guy named Spilky. I mean, when I was, that's what's wrong with the heavyweight division. When I was fighting, it was about skullduggery, and Wilder, he fighting Spilky. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but they use little things, like these little avenues, because Mike Tyson says something, and they'll rush and make a video. Wilder, he fighting Spilky, and then when I was heavyweight, when I was the champ, you know, I wasn't fighting guys like Spilky. You know, they're gonna use that because Mike Tyson, because he's a legend and all this. Mike Tyson said it, must be true. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that motherfucker was calling Archer Spilky and shit when he fought Spilky. Like, who the fuck is Spilky, motherfucker? Never mind, let me stop before Mike Tyson fuck around and knock me out. But you guys get what I'm saying. It seemed like he doesn't like Wilder for whatever reason. He's like, I didn't fight guys like Spilky. It's not about Spilky. I'll go to hell for these impressions. When I was fighting guys, cause even if it was a journeyman, I wasn't fighting guys like Spilky. I didn't want to fight Spilky. Let me start with this impression before I get knocked out. But you guys get what I'm saying. Anyway, so I can't wait for them to rush and do videos about Sir Dillian Whyte and what he had to say, because he's basically saying that Wilder did offer the $50 million and it was oh so real, and Deontay Wilder was in the right and Joshua was kind of in the wrong and turned it down. He said he turned it down for whatever reason. So, you know, it's just looking, at first, this was competitive, not based on fact, but I'm talking about old media versus new media on this particular subject, but there weren't enough indicators, you know, there wasn't enough evidence of what the fuck was going on. You had to use a little bit of intuition mixed with this one statement. But let me tell you guys, Joshua Wilder, this shit is sewed up. Everybody knows, everybody with the fucking brain knows what the fuck happened. They know. And if you don't, if you're trying to act like you don't know, you're probably a rat piece of shit. You're a rat piece of shit. You're probably a rat piece of shit, you know? So at first, it was, like I said, it was somewhat quasi-competitive because there wasn't enough information to, you know, you just like when you had a hunch mixed with a couple facts. Like when I was saying this stuff, At first, I seen certain targeted statements, like one of the first things that got this whole Wilder Joshua shit kicked off was when Joshua did the interview, and he's sitting up here on the apron with a fucking North face jacket on or whatever, and he's sitting. Oh, devil! I got the devil right here. On this shoulder, angel. You know, he's talking about devil and angel in 2020 and 2019. That was like the first indicator, and I started talking about this. You get what I'm saying? But now it's just this is not even fair anymore. This is like clubbing a baby seal. This is like child abuse at this point. This is like, you know, no disrespect to people who are affected, but this is like surviving R. Kelly, right, type shit. Like you guys just don't have, there's no chance. It's Kells and he's fucking demented. You know, like the ass whipping y'all getting, you surviving ego. You know, shout out to Lifetime. Holla at me, because these man fans, we gonna make a docu-series called Surviving Ego, and I'm gonna have all the victims and all the man fans and their families, and they're gonna talk about how they got dealt with in the hot seat. This shit is straight called DIFA. Like, this is child abuse. You guys have no point. It's over. Everything starts from now. These dudes is getting, they taking so many L's. Y'all surviving ego. Somebody said surviving Eddie Hearn. It just looks horrible at this. It's too much evidence. Shout out to my man. He says too much evidence. That's what I'm saying. Like, this ain't no OJ trying to, the glove don't fit. Motherfucker, the glove fit. We already know what it is. The condom fit, the glove fit, the boots fit, the type of car fit. No, it's over. It's over for all y'all. You know? You might as well just try to speed away in the white Bronco, and hopefully you can, you know, make the border or something, go to Canada or Mexico or some shit. It's over. It's too much profound evidence, and the only people in the jury try to act like it just look crazy. Like, hey, but wait, there's more. Like, you guys look foolish. What's that Shanti song? Foolish. The thing I love about it, I always be on the front line taking the bullets and, you know, saying what I feel. Then the truth always comes out, you know. When I was saying this, they said, "Oh, you're biased. Is you bloody Yanks and check bang and house dosser." I was getting called all this American bullshit, saying I was a patriot and, you know, Jack Ryan and Patriots Day and all this dumb shit. And it had nothing to do with that. So explain Dillian Whyte saying this. He's not from America. He fought Joshua. Usually when you fight someone, you develop at least some level of respect. And they've fought twice. You know? So I thought it was bloody Yanks and I cut your bloody throat and all that, you know, all this shit y'all was saying to me about it's an American thing and you deluded Yanks and all. What happened to that part? Yeah, your boom dropped and all this shit. What happened to all that? So Dillian Whyte boom drop and all that. He's a dosser now. It's over. I told y'all. New media. We starting the year. You know, y'all starting the year like Madonna with them butt implants. Automatic L. We starting the year like a god. We starting like young gods, young pharaohs. Y'all starting like Madonna with them ass injections or whatever the fuck she got going on right now. Block GG Gomez. That's what's up. I know it makes you mad that you got blocked 40 times by my shooters. I know it hurts. Clap GG Gomez. He says ego is impotent. Dudes care. That's how you know they on my dick. If they talking about what's coming out. What? This shit crazy, bro. This is grown ass men saying that I'm impotent. Look at Shaky. They have nothing. That's how you know who won, bro. That's how you know. Anywho. He said, yeah, that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. These dudes, I don't know what it is, bro. I can't even attempt to explain it. Surviving Ego Shooters 2019. Yeah, we coming out with the docu-series, man. Death Row East. Shout out to Real Brother 32 for the clappage. You know, these dudes making all, like, all types of weird shit. They still won't answer the question, though. How are we wrong? Dudes making suspect comment. This is all they know, bro. You know, like Jay-Z said, get off my dick, eat some breakfast first. Death Row East. Anyway, yeah, it's like, what else can you say at this point? Dillian Whyte saying it. I thought it was just Americans and Black Yanks and Dossers and get bang. What happened to all that part? You know? I just read the direct quote from Dillian Whyte. He says, I think AJ is going into the business now thinking I can have mediocre, easy fights and make a lot of money and still make a lot of money. Wilder came over with the 50 million and he didn't want to fight him. Joshua had whatever excuse he had for why Wilder fight didn't happen. So even Dillian Whyte seems to be on board with how the thing played out. So once again, all I ask is now, you guys that like these other channels that have been telling you the other thing, tell them to report on this and give their spin on what Dillian Whyte is saying. Say, hey, why haven't you made a Dillian Whyte video? Hey, what about what Dillian Whyte said? And let's hear. That's why I'm telling y'all, people, it don't make sense to lie. The more you lie, at some point you're gonna get caught up. When you tell the truth, you're kind of exonerated, to be honest, because you're not, whether people like it or not, you're giving them your truth. Like, if, like, let's say the cops were investigating me for a murder or some shit, and they're like, where were you? And I'm like, I'm at the adult bookstore. But I was embarrassed that I was at the adult bookstore, you know, bangbros.com. Right? I'm embarrassed, so I lied to the cops. Now, if they find out and look through surveillance tape and I'm up in there like Pee Wee Herman and shit, no, Donnie, I'm in the bus, you know, and I'm in the porn store, then now I look horrible because I lied. And they're like, they're already investigating me for murder and I lied. So now, once they find out that I was in fact at this adult bookstore, now I look suspicious. And that's how these dudes, these old media channels and shit, you looking real suspicious. This whole crowd looks suspicious. It's all dudes in here, except for these bitches. What movie is that from? And the thing is, when you live a lie, I'm gonna tell y'all, creates like a web of deceit. The one lie, the moment someone asks you a question about that lie, you have to create another lie. Like if you're like, hey, where were you last night? Oh, I was at Chuck E. Cheese, but you're really at the dope bookstore. Okay, what time did you leave Chuck E. Cheese? Okay, it was like 9:30. Hey, it says right here they close on Sundays at 8:30. So how'd you leave there an hour later? Oh, I lost track of the time. See, now you're already involved in multiple lies, and now you have to backtrack and I ain't doing it. I'm telling you how I felt from the jump, and it is what it is. Now you see more people on board. New media, Death Row East. Faith is my homegirl. Hey, hey, come to Death Row. We gonna start printing our own money. Faith is my homegirl. Nah, that wasn't Malibu's Most Wanted. Nice try. That wasn't it though. Well, it looks less yellowish because it's I got the window open. You dig what I'm saying? I got the whole window open. We gonna be making some changes though, so it'll be all good. So this is probably more natural. I'm letting more natural light in. You know, we just gonna mix it up. Shout out to Bertrand. He be knowing his music. Why y'all let Kennedy Linder be? See, and the worst part about it is we've been telling y'all dumbasses, so y'all allowed it to get to this by trying to defend some dumb shit that you knew you couldn't defend long term. And people like me and Kennedy Linder, now It's like a dog. You ever have a little puppy? Puppy chews on your girl's shoes or something, her expensive high heels. You know, it pees on it soils the rug, shits on the rug. You take that puppy to the piss stain and you put their face by it. No, bad, you know, and you gotta like kind of scold the puppy so they know this is unacceptable. And that's what you're allowing me and Kennedy Linder and everybody else in the Eagles Army to do. We're forcing you to look at your own shit, you know, to stay in your shitty diaper all day. Oh, you didn't tell us you had to use a bathroom? And you know, and you 14 years old, nothing wrong with you, stay in that shitty diaper. You know, you a puppy and you pissed in the carpet, you soiled it in your room, go to bed in that room. See, I knew it was a matter of time. Y'all motherfuckers gonna try me. Somebody said I sound like R. Kelly. See, why I gotta be the Pied Piper? It's a remix to Ignition, hot and fresh in the kitchen. Like, I ain't no R. Kelly. Hey, you didn't have to block her for that. I think they were just joking. Hey, real brother, unblock that. You don't have to. I'm not mad at it. Y'all trying to play me though. Oh, you remind me of my dream. I wanna run. Give me some of that honey love. I've got to have the honey. Yeah, y'all try to play me with that R. Kelly shit. Yeah, like I said, surviving ego and surviving this hot seat. That's a new docuseries. I wanna pee on you. Piss, piss, piss. Drip, drip, drip. I wanna pee on you. That's what new media is doing, pissing on you motherfuckers. But anyway, so like I said, this shit is child abuse. I don't even know what you want me to say. I'm sorry. I don't even know what to say at this point. Dillian Whyte saying it, like, you know, Gerald Big Baby Miller said it. Luis King Kong Ortiz is saying the same thing. I can't think of any relevant heavyweight breathing that has openly weighed in on the situation. Tyson Fury said that AJ didn't want no smoke. He didn't want to smoke with Wilder. I mean, what is old media clinging on to at this point? I just want to know, like, what, like, so how is it that Dillian Whyte, Tyson Fury, Wilder himself, you know, people like Joseph Parker, Luis King Kong Ortiz, Lennox the Bodman Lewis, right? And the Evander Holyfield, all these, you know, aging heavyweight legends. No, I would have been took 50 million. I got an interview with the boy Lennox, right? And he said, I asked him, I said, for 50 million, what would you do? He's like, me? If it was up to me, I would take it. That's what Lennox told me. I looked him dead in the eye and he told your boy Ego that. It's on camera. The video been posted. It was at the Charlotte because he's working with Fox. You know, so I'll probably see him this week because, you know, the boy will be covering the Fox fight. You know, what did they even... Shout out to Kenny Linder. He said new media is undefeated. That's what I'm saying. I'm TB Ego. Okay. Like, what are they even saying now? Like, what can you say? Like, so everybody else, including pro fighters, new media, you know, Ego's Army, we all see what's going on. But for some reason, you can't... Oh, sign the contract, big boy. They're still saying stupid shit like sign the contract, big boy, or why doesn't Wilder fight April 13th? It's about undisputed, right? That's lame. You know why? You know why he's not responding to email? Oh, why didn't he respond to emails? You know why he's not responding to emails? Because they're literally not worried about Joshua at this moment. They're putting him on the back burner like Joshua put them on the back burner. And Dillian Whyte said it perfectly. He said before Fury came back, AJ was barking how he wanted to fight Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury comes back and does good, and now he goes on First Take and other interviews, and he's talking about, I don't want to fight Tyson Fury. You don't have the belt. But after the Carlos Takam fight, I have the audio. They said AJ was going to fight 3 times. 3 times last year now, 2018. They said Joseph Parker, Wilder, and Tyson Fury. Meanwhile, he only fought one of those guys, Joseph Parker, who was considered the underdeveloped weak link at champion, because he didn't have the experience. And those two other people that you said you were going to fight actually fought each other. You see, you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You see, water can crash. You know what? I'm on my Bruce Lee shit. We too philosophical. We too logical. You see, you put water into a cup, it becomes a cup. See, water can crash. And water can burst. You put water into a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Be water, my friend. We like water, we just let this shit flow. We let this shit flow. Be water, my friend. This shit is too easy. This shit is easy. Yo, hey, if I had to compare what I do for a living to a fight, this shit Mayweather, Tenshin, Nasukawa. This shit easy. This shit easy work. We robbing the bank. Boards don't hit back. Don't go too far, hun. It'd be over in 60 seconds. This shit Tenshin versus Mayweather level of ass whooping we're delivering to old media. Whoop ya when I wanna, when I wanna, when I wanna. What is that from? Whoop ya when I wanna, when I wanna. What is that from? If y'all know that, y'all some OGs in the game. Conor McGregor, I like him, but I don't want to see him fight Tenshin. He's just got stopped. Why you want to see that? Unless if it's in MMA rules, but wow. Y'all really guessed that. Wow. Yeah, shout out, rest in peace, Robin Harris. It was Bebe's kids. It was Robin Harris. Damn. Y'all on point. I got to step my game up. I didn't think people would get that. Smash the like button. We working. The real is back. Death Row East. Believe in that. New media. He said test tube baby. That's Robin Harris was slept on. He was really funny. He was even fun. I liked him. He was in Harlem Nights. That's one of my favorite comedy movies. Yeah, man, this shit is easy. Yeah, I'm not trying to see Conor McGregor. And the funny thing is, Conor McGregor, he was like, he said something reacted to Mayweather Tenshin, and he's like told Floyd to get off his Forbes list. But Conor McGregor really copied Floyd's whole like setup. You get what I'm saying? Like he really copied his whole like playbook, moving to Vegas and the flashy lifestyle, trash talk. I mean, I like Conor, but that's facts, yo. I don't think there's gonna be a major interest for Tenshin in Conor McGregor. I don't know what you're thinking, Tenshin. Hey, Tenshin. I don't know what you're thinking. Fuck the Tenshin. Like, nobody gonna buy into that. The only reason Tenshin's even known in America right now is because of Floyd. I mean, it ain't gonna be no build up. See, you gotta have a proper dance in this new age of boxing. You damn near gotta have a proper build up, a proper dance partner. Ain't nobody gonna watch no press conference. Tenshin don't even necessarily know what he's saying and can't talk back and direct like one language. Fuck the Tenshin. Hey, Tenshin, I don't know what you're thinking, Tenshin. Tenshin. Like, that's just, I don't know. I don't like it. Magically delicious. I don't know what you're thinking, Tenshin. Like, I just can't picture that really being, like, desired. You better fight Khabib or somebody. Fight that bear Khabib used to wrestle. Hey, Tenshin, I don't know what you're thinking, Tenshin. Like, ain't nobody trying to see that. I got the marshmallows and horseshoes and art. Anyway, MacArthur Park and art. Listen, y'all. This shit is child abuse. This shit is, I don't know. I think this is like Tenshin. This shit is Tenshin. This is Floyd versus Tenshin, what we doing to y'all. We, layer by layer, we are stripped. Fuck the Tenshin. I'm feeling real ornery today. But fuck it. Fuck the Applebee's. Tension had them Bambi legs. I don't remember that. Hey, what the fuck is Pacquiao's legs though? That motherfucker came out the womb doing calf raises. That Pacquiao's calves look ridiculous. Motherfucker had socks on. It looked like he had footballs in the sock tucked in. I'm just gonna tuck mine in. Like, what the fuck? I do believe my legs, my calves are truly they generate the power if my calf muscle. That's how you be doing all that hopping in shit and buff ass leg. Pacquiao got some calves, motherfucker. If I was Vada, I would just stick a needle in his calf. Like, we gotta test that. That shit look crazy. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I'll just stick a needle in his calf. I'll put it directly there. I'm a buff ass calf. Hey, what the fuck? Oh man. Fucking. His calves look crazy. Someone said saltwater calves. Please stop. Man, fuck the Pacquiao calves. Anyway, so let's hear it. Why did Dillian Whyte say this about Joshua? Y'all know so much. Oh, no answers? That's what's up. Man, Pacquiao started out at maxi pad weight. That motherfucker started off hella light, moved up hella weight classes. Fucking cottonelle weight and shit. Charmin weight. What the fuck is a Charmin weight? Brawny weight and shit. I will fight my next fight at Brawny weight. That Charmin. I will fight that Charmin weight. Pacquiao's calves got elephantitis, maybe. No, I'm just playing. Whyte turned down Ortiz, so what's that got to do with what he's saying? We already knew that the Ortiz fight didn't happen. Duh. You ain't getting around this. Let's talk about the current event. I've already talked about how I wanted to see him fight Luis Ortiz. Let's talk about Danny, champ of the world. Talk about Danny. Let's talk about that part. That part. So, let old media tell it. The 50 million was fake. But your boy Dillian Whyte, he's not saying that. He's like, man, Wilder came with 50 million and Joshua came up with some excuse for not fighting him. Damn, old media. Damn, homie. In high school, you was a man. Oh my God. What? Hold up. We gotta do a little old to new media, killing old media off. It's bad, y'all. Like, I told y'all this was coming, though. Y'all didn't think it was coming. You just have to talk real talk in boxing. Here, we gonna send this one out to old media. Smash the like button. We just grinding. Hey, smash the like button. Woo! Oh, media. Yeah, I know y'all fucked up, man. Hey, the wankster. Hey, you ain't nothing but a wankster, man. Hey, Doc, hit my wisdom tooth. Spit it out. Hey, you ain't a kin of mine. You ain't a friend of mine. You know we bugged out. I said, damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? I got the sickest vendetta. When it comes to the cheddar, homie, you play with my paper, homie, and I ain't gonna let her. Be easy. Get your whole crew wet. Old media, we in the club doing the same old two-step. I can't wait to see. We should see an influx of videos talking about what Dillian Whyte said, right? Eddie Hearns. Listen, I really don't even know what the game plan is for Joshua at this point. I real talk. I have no idea what the game plan is. Like, why would you come? This is just my opinion. Why would you come to America at this point? So when fans were begging you to come to America, you said, You did that Diddy. Take that. You know? Fans were like, oh, the best fight out there is Wilder. You know, because Tyson Fury, he was in no man's land. The motherfucker, his voice was even sounding different. You know, nobody knew what the fuck. No one knew he would come back as valiantly as he did. You know, he was doing them videos still kind of big. His hair looked like it was like thinning, and he just looked bigger, and his voice didn't even sound the same. I told y'all he sounded like Jada and real raspy. A message to the weightlifter. I'll fight you at 25 stone. I'm the Gypsy King, and you know, his voice. D-Block. Hey, Maya tried you. She said at this point, I doubt Joshua even knows his own game plan. LOL. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't understand. Like, people. Okay. So if the fans ask me to, I don't know. I can't even think of an exact. Like, let's say the fans asked me to cover a fight. Say, hey, everybody was begging me to cover Broner Pacquiao at, where's the fight happening? Is that Mandalay Bay? I don't even remember, but I know it's in Vegas. So let's say Mandalay Bay, right? And everyone's begging me, oh, please cover the fight. Please, please, please. And then I purposely have an opportunity to cover the fight, and I don't cover the fight. And then there's another fight, you know, one of Golden Boy Facebook fights at the Mandalay Bay, and I go cover that. You know, what do you? They wanted to see you cover the big fight there. You know, that's what people were requesting. Similarly, AJ, yes, people wanted you to come to America and like sow your royal oats. You know, do like Simi and Prince Hakeem. Where's Hakeem? Come to America and show, you know, really put on for the UK. And if you beat Wilder, then you the man. End of. You had an opportunity to do that, and you didn't. And you fought Povetkin. Now you want to come to America and you think it's going to be on and popping? That's just, I don't understand the basis of that. Fans were asking you all of 2018, fight. Even Joshua fans, they were saying, fight this man Wilder. He's talking too much. Even your own fans were saying, fight Wilder. You didn't do it. Now you kind of missed the bus for now, like Crisscross. I missed the bus because I'm the Mac. Right? You missed the bus because now Wilder, in your absence, he went and moved on with his career, found another dance partner that gets him good pay, that gets him a lot of respect. Because let's not kid ourselves. Every belt that Joshua has went through the hands of Tyson Fury. Wilder is the only champion who can say, I have a belt that did not come from anything to do with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury didn't have that WBC strap. I don't think he's ever had the full WBC strap. So Wilder, in essence, is a true champion because he fought the champion as a challenger and he won on his own terms. Like, you know, he didn't win a vacant belt. You know, the Stavern fight wasn't for a vacant belt. Joshua's not like that. He got an extra 2 belts. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, do the math, do the research. Joshua break down his whole run, and I'm not shitting on it. He's talented, but you beat Charles Martin. Like, you have 4 belts that you keep holding over people's head, but one of those belts was against Charles Martin, who really, you know, he started rapping and shit after that. No one really even knew much about Charles Martin, even at the time Joshua fought him, right? So that's one of your claims to fame, is beating Charles Martin, right? Who just fought for a vacant title, and he won it in a kind of untraditional way because his opponent got injured midway through or the first couple rounds or whatever, you know, and by default he won. So it didn't even end. He didn't even become a champion. Like, even though he was fighting for a vacant, which is a thing, But beyond that, he didn't even win in a dominant fashion because it was like a, I don't even know the word, like a blooper or whatever. Dude got injured. And then they jumped on that, which I don't blame him. As a business, it makes sense. You know, jump on it. You don't think he brings much to the table? He can withstand Joshua's power in boxing? Cool. It's been on and popping. But that was his first belt. You didn't go through Luis Ortiz to get a belt. You didn't go through even a Bermain Stavern, who at least had good performances with Chris Algieri and shit. Has a good chin, stuff like that. You went through a really unknown variable. Then you got belts from fighting Klitschko coming off of a loss. You got 2 belts that way. 2. IBO and I think the WBA. So you got 2 belts for fighting a 40-year-old who was on an 18-month layoff because Tyson Fury was going through his bullshit and pulling out of fights and on drugs and shit. And then that left Klitschko aging and waiting and inactive, basically. And he was coming off a loss where he didn't even look good. That's 3 of Joshua's belts. This is all fact. This is not like, oh, ego's hating. This is all factual information. And then your last belt, you fought an underdeveloped champion in Joseph Parker, who, you know, maybe would have had potential, but he wasn't really coming off a great performance. Name Joseph Parker's best performance leading up to the Joshua fight, where he looked extraordinary, where he looked like a killer. Oh, wait. Yes, stats and facts. Exactly. We talking stats and facts. Name the Joseph Parker performance since becoming a champion to fighting AJ, so in between those spaces of time, where Joseph Parker looks sensational. You guys have 30 seconds. He said, Pops Google open. Yeah, that's what they gonna do. Takum, he wasn't a champion. You don't even know. That motherfucker spelled Tamika or some shit. That's not even how you spell him. Takum, so you don't know shit about boxing. That wasn't when he was a champion. So try again. And the reason it's important because we're judging the champ. We're judging how strong of a champion he was. So I want to know what great performance he had, you know, when he got the belt or leading up to the Joshua fight. You see, these dudes is drowning per usual. It's always like some dumb shit. Oh, ego, you're hating. But they can never answer the simple questions. Ruiz arguably beat Joseph Parker, if we're being truthful. He arguably beat him. You know, I'd have to really go watch that fight. Even the judge's scorecard indicated a close fight because it was a split decision. So, Joseph Parker, he didn't really like shine as a champion and had those perform. Maybe had he been a champion longer, maybe he would have produced that. But in between, he didn't really have that. He fought Raz Cajano and it went the full distance, right? Raz Cajano, I was at the fight. Mikey Garcia, when he fought Robert Easter, Luis Ortiz, coming off of a loss to Deontay Wilder, where he was knocked out for the first time as a pro, destroyed Raz Cajano, who's a big dude. And Raz Cajano got knocked out in like 2 rounds. Joseph Parker didn't look great versus Andy Ruiz. I just told you Raz Cajano. He fought Huey Fury on YouTube pay-per-view, which I've never seen ever again since, so the numbers were probably horrible. Huey Fury just lost again. You get what I'm saying? It's like, what monumental performance did he have? This is how Joshua became a champion. So while Joshua, to the untrained eye, he's keeps stunting on people with the belts, that's cool, but you gotta almost humble yourself and realize how you acquired each belt. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you didn't go through mass amounts of killers. Like, you didn't go through, like, let's say Luis Ortiz had the IBF. You didn't go through a Luis Ortiz. So I know that people keep trying to hold this over Wilder's head. Oh, he only has 1 belt. He only has 1 belt. But yeah, guess what? I I rate Wilder's win over Luis King Kong Ortiz higher than Joshua's win over Joseph Parker, even though Parker was a champion. Reason being is Luis Ortiz had looked good and can scrap and has a tricky style that should have given, which did give, but on paper it should have given Wilder problems. AJ looked okay versus Joseph Parker. He didn't even look great in that, you know? And like I said, Joseph Parker didn't have any real recent performances. He's probably shown a little bit more after not being a champion. Maybe it's the pressure of being a champion. I don't know. But his fight with Dillian Whyte, you know, he didn't do bad. He almost got Dillian out of there in the 12th round, and then he knocked out the Flores dude. So he's almost looked better outside of being a champion when he fought Takam or after losing to AJ. He kind of looks better in those fights to me. Oh my gosh. The flames just keep coming. Smash the like button, man. Like I said, this is easy. No, really do it. Look at Parker before he was a champion and then after losing to AJ. All those performances were virtually better than his little run as a champion. But again, Joshua's, you know, posing with hella belts and stuff. That's cool. But I know how each belt was acquired. So it looks great on paper. It looks great in pictures. You know, posing with hella belts, and that's cool. That looks great. But if you break it down, me personally, knowing boxing, I'm more impressed with Wilder getting past Luis Ortiz and fighting Tyson Fury to a draw than beating Charles Martin. What is that really? Okay, you beat Charles Martin. He was really unproven. Stats and facts. That's my honest opinion. Smash the like button. We the gang. Parker didn't do bad versus AJ. He should have been a little bit more offensive going in that man's backyard. But he didn't do bad. Wilder lost to Fury, fact. See, clap that man. And I'll explain why he got clapped. Gerard Mulcair. Destroy him, shooters. And then I'm going to explain to you why he got clapped. But I want to wait until he's gone. Yeah, shout out to my man Ronald. The reason I clapped him is because I don't know, this epidemic, this trend in modern society where people say bullshit and then at the end they put facts even though they aren't facts. We don't do that over here. He said Tyson Fury beat Wilder, facts. No, in fact, that's not a fact since the fight was scored a draw. And you actually have people who think Wilder won and it was a long count. Some people think Tyson Fury won and some people think it was a draw. So you putting facts at the end of shit don't make it facts. That's a fact in your brain, but that doesn't make it a fact. That's not what, and like I said, to me, more so than like I told you, Andre Ward Kovalev is a harder fight to score. The Tyson Fury Wilder shit is just y'all motherfuckers try to make everything controversial, and it don't have to be all that. You know, it really wasn't controversial. Bottom line is this, I'll summarize it in 5 seconds. If Tyson Fury didn't get knocked down the second time, he would have won. It's that simple. But albeit he was doing very good boxing, did better than people expected, he got knocked down twice. You know, if there were no 2 knockdowns, he wouldn't have 10-8 rounds and he would have lost. I mean, he would have won. But those middle rounds, he took too long to get going. So those were like kind of rounds where you would easily score probably for a while. You could really argue that Wilder won the fight on different. I said it was a draw. That's my honest opinion. But I think there's more evidence that supports, and I know people are going to feel a type of way, but I don't give a fuck about that. I'm telling you what I feel. You have more of a basis arguing that Wilder won because the first 4 rounds, we're talking about a champion. And Wilder was aggressive, and Tyson Fury wasn't really into any crazy rhythm. You know, and if Wilder, it was a draw. If you gave him another one of those first 4 rounds, then that means he wins the fight. It's that simple. You know, and then I'm not even talking about the count, long count. A lot of people, see, I'm going to break down the long count like this. I think it was long, but I don't think it was long in the sense, like motherfuckers got stopwatches and showing you. I don't got to do all that. The reason I think it was long is because it looked like Jack Reese slowly went over there, got down, and then, you know, proceeded with that whole, like, everything. But it was close. It was very tight. It was like a tight count. So, like, if being truthful, I think the count was probably like 11 and a half seconds, maybe pushing 12. Maybe. You know, if he was a little bit more prompt, like, boom, and then like 2, 3, then it would have been over. So, you know, it's about 11 and a half seconds, I want to say. I'm not doing the stop watches and watching it and all that. About 11 and a half, 12 seconds. You know, if he would have jumped on it, Wilder was dancing. He was, you know, pretty much in the neutral corner. He wasn't hurting that man. His body fell. And then the other thing, like Lennox Lewis told me to my face in front of him. Shout out to Lennox, the bad man. All right, we got a hot seat. Meta Larton says that's absurd. What did I say that was absurd? If your response doesn't answer the question, you will be shot on the spot. Good luck. Meta Larton, what did I say that was absurd? Shooters, get ready. 10 seconds. 9 seconds. I'm not letting them fuck up this stream because this is what they want. 8 seconds. Not you. You better start saying names because you was in the line of fire. All right, well, stand down, shooters. You came close. Y'all better start calling out names like Corrupt. Anywho, that's my thoughts on the count. Like, you know, Wilder was dancing. He was away from it. It wasn't like he was jumping on him. Count could have commenced, blah, blah, blah. But like Lennox Lewis told me to my face on camera, I got the footage and the videos on my memory card, all that, right? Lennox Lewis says the ref, he thinks the ref should have waved it off. That's what he told me. He believes that, he said, like, he said if it was another ref, he probably would have waved it off. Guy hits the canvas like that and his eyes closed, probably would have been waved off. That's what he told me. He said, like, when he was fighting Oliver McCall in the first fight and he got stopped, he said, I was up and I was like, you know, trying to get straight and the ref just waved it off real quick. So he says Jack Reese, you know, he didn't say that Reese did a bad job or did the wrong thing, but he says a lot of refs would have probably just waved it off the strength of that. Ego, bruh, love your life. Ha ha ha. You already know. And I mean, what Lennox is saying, I don't really doubt, because tell me a major difference in the first 5 seconds of Amir Khan getting knocked out by Canelo and Tyson Fury getting knocked out by Deontay Wilder. There was really no difference. If you were to just watch the first 5 seconds, and I remember Canelo, I covered that fight. Canelo Khan, Kenny Bayless was like, man, fuck that. Because Khan had his eyes open. Fury's shit was closed. That motherfucker was the Undertaker. You know, so if you really watch the first 5 seconds of both of those fights, Kenny Bayless, he just seen the man was asleep and how he fell and stuff, and he was like, nah, it's over. You know, luckily, and this is the thing, I'm not even mad. Jack Reese did, he's in charge, he officiated. That's cool. He gave us something to talk about, and it made for an epic, once-in-a-lifetime type of survival mode, 12th round, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I'm not even mad at it. I'm just telling you what it is. But that motherfucker Fury was out, you know. And if you play, here's a challenge, you know. Get a dual monitor or, you know, an iPad and a MacBook or iMac or iPhone or something, and sync up Tyson Fury in the 12th round and Amir Khan, I think, in the 6th round. Boom. When they touch the mat, and then look at the first 5 seconds of all those, and they look probably pretty much the same. You know, the motherfucker on their back, it just dead to the world. And Kenny Bayless immediately ruled it off. So I don't disagree with what Lennox Lewis said. Again, I'm not crying over spilt milk. I'm glad, in fact, that Jack Reese did this because it extended it. You know, now Wilder has a chance to look better throughout. instead of just being like, oh, you had a home run shot. He can make the adjustments, or Tyson Fury can beat him and make his adjustment. You know, so it just made for some epic Hollywood movie type of shit. So I'm not even mad at it. Jack Reese was the man in charge. He did the best job he could do. But that motherfucker Fury was out. I'm telling you, see, motherfucker, I give it to you so real. That's why it's so raw to see, because I'm a little scared and I'm battling lions. Listen, I was in the venue. I was at the Staples Center. This dude was clearly rooting for Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury had done his thing. In that 12th round, Wilder bopped and then hooked him. The dude next to me was like, he was a media dude. He threw his pen on the desk. He just threw it because he thought it was a wrap, just like everybody else in the fucking theater. I mean, not theater, you know, in the venue. He was like, fuck. Like, you just let that whole fight go down. You were doing so well, Tyson, and you just let it go down the drain. He was pissed. So, you know, everybody in that fucking auditorium, in that fucking venue, thought it was over for Fury. Fury had other plans, though. You know, people just seeing how he survived it, and then now, oh, yeah, but no, he still won. No. Shout out to Shaka, $5 super chat. Ref said he did what was best for boxing. Respect. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even mad at it. But like I said, play that Canelo Khan when they both hit the canvas in the Wilder 12th round with Fury, and see when Kenny Bayless went in, stood over Khan. Khan had his eyes open, and he was like this, you know, and see. So that's what people are saying with the long count to me. I don't know about the motherfuckers with stopwatches and PE teachers and shit timing it like I don't know about all that. And see, this is the other thing. Like, you know the old saying, revenge. There's two sayings that I like about revenge. Revenge is a dish best served cold, and the best revenge is massive success. Shout out to Frank Sinatra, right? So the thing is, I understand Wilder pursuing Fury on so many levels. You know, obviously the greatest level is not even just the fans, but also you got to prove that to yourself. He knows the fight was close, both of them, you know, so you got to kind of prove that to yourself. Like, who wants to have that lingering in the back of the head, you know, and Tyson Fury, you know, he's outspoken. So Tyson Fury could be on fucking David Letterman and Jimmy Fallon talk about, I fought the Goliath and the massive puncher, and, you know, he didn't do in that. That's what Wilder, I think, that's his fighter mentality. He wants to put this to bed, and that's the right thing to do. You know, why would you want someone to run around being like, man, I really won that fight? You know, settle the score. That's one thing. So the fans, but also internally, prove that to yourself that you can beat him. No long count, no nothing. Just beat him all the way, and you know, and that's for both guys. That's one thing. Two is it's a strategic move where, like I said, revenge is a dish best served cold. It's cold-blooded, and at the end of the day, Joshua and his team and Eddie Hearn, they're being made to pay for everything that they did to Wilder. You know, Wilder found a way, an avenue or whatever, to get fan praise, get some money, good money, and also get revenge and make Team Joshua pay for, like, standing him up and, you know, playing games and wasting his time. That's another thing. It's a strategic thing, because this is my honest opinion. Unless there's some fucking wild card that we don't know of. So, and I don't think Andre Ward's going to come off of a layoff and fight Joshua. Usyk, they're talking about him fighting Povetkin or Luis King Kong Ortiz, right? So I don't really see that. Klitschko, I don't even think that's a big fight coming off another long layoff, and you already got knocked out. So retired Klitschko coming out of retirement, I don't think that's a big fight right now. So with the options that I could foresee, unless there's some crazy wild card bullshit, the options that I see, if Wilder rematches Fury, without a shadow of a doubt in my mind, he will have the better opponent for his next fight than Joshua will. In terms of like overall respect, clout, the reception of his fight. If Wilder Fury 2 is announced, Wilder will get respect. Tyson Fury will get respect. If Wilder can convincingly beat Tyson Fury based on his last outing and how difficult Fury was at that time, now they know each other a bit. The winner's going to get a lot of, that's going to level them up. Period. Joshua, not so much. If he fights Dillian Whyte, danger, but he already beat him before he was a champion. If he fights Gerald Miller, which look like the two likeliest candidates, we don't know everything about Gerald Miller, and that'll be a major jump up in terms of pedigree for Gerald Miller. So it's kind of a shot in the dark. Yes, he has size and stuff, but we haven't seen him in there with the echelon of a Joshua or a championship fight. So I don't know how big they're expecting that to be, especially when Miller hasn't had too many headline. They haven't built him up in the proper way with the proper fights to the point where I feel that's a major headline. Joshua is big in the UK. I'm trying to tell you, he is not like this massive name in the USA. So a guy who hasn't really established himself as a massive name in the USA trying to fight another guy who hasn't really even been a headliner, has been a lot of co-features and chief supports and stuff like that for like Danny Jacob cards, or when he was a main event, it was on a small card. Like it was a Kansas City, Mulvane, Mulvane, wherever the fuck they were, Kansas. You get what I'm saying? So I don't understand how they're expecting that to be some crazy sellout, because they haven't even, like, if they had put Gerald Miller in there with probably if Eddie Hearns put him in there with other names, not Dog Bandinu and stuff, and people were like, oh shit, okay, fuck it. And then the threat level would be increased. Like, oh shit, Gerald Miller's serious. He's a serious threat. But DAZN's been putting him in with like 40-year-old Thomas Adamak, who really a former cruiserweight, semi-retired, unretired, whatever you want to call him. I just don't see how that's what they're expecting out of that. Maybe I'm wrong, but between AJ, not like Conor McGregor, he did like UFC 205 in New York, sold out. Great crowd. He does that in Vegas, his second home or whatever. But he's already been integrated into the U.S. market. Same thing with Canelo. You getting gassed because Canelo fought Rocky Fielding. Everybody knows in America who the fuck Canelo is. He's been fighting in America since he was 18, 19. So he's been fighting in America for 10 years. And he started off, not when he first started off, but, it graduated to him fighting on Mayweather cards. Then he started headlining his own shit. So it was a process. AJ hasn't paid his dues in the United States, and they've never even really brought him here. So I don't know. I don't know how that first outing would be. And especially if you look factually, these are my dudes. Well, I'm just telling you factually. They put Gerald Miller in there with Danny Jacobs, and the capacity, it was like 4,000, 5,000 on average, maybe up to 7,000, maybe, right? And that's with two Brooklynites on Barclay or New York cards. You get what I'm saying? So if those are the type of numbers that they're drawing, then that means Joshua's going to have to foot the bill. And with everything that's going on, I don't know that Joshua's profile in America is that strong to the point where, that's going to be like Canelo fighting in New York. That's my honest opinion. So, we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out, but I don't know. I don't know how. I think the timing's all wrong for Joshua. People have been wanting to see Joshua come to the United States. But then now with the Wilder shit, how it's played out, the newfound fame that Wilder and Fury have gotten, and you know, the new adoration and stuff, I don't know how much support Joshua is going to have. I mean, because look, even in the UK, they were booing Joshua at the Dillian Whyte shit. So it's going to be worse. I don't know. I just don't know. We'll have to wait and see. The other thing is, like, Joshua, he still looks uncomfortable in front of American media. You get what I'm saying? He still looks like he's not all the way, like, comfortable. And that's a big jump because, like, you're going to have, how you going to promote American fight and not, we'll see. I'm just going to leave it at that. We'll see. But then you going to cover American fight. They're going to be asking you uncomfortable questions. I'm telling you. That's why another reason I don't understand it. Okay, so you're going to come to America to fight Gerald Miller, and the questions are going to be about Fury and Wilder. I really feel that. So you're just like, okay, you're here to promote Joshua versus Miller. Like, let's say they fight, and you're trying to promote that, and they're asking you all about Wilder. All in the video, asking you about Tyson Fury and your thoughts on this and that in the 12th round, or why didn't you fight him in 50 mil? Doesn't that take away from the actual main event? So we'll see how it all plays out. Suge Knight. Y'all really care what I look like? Whatever. Death Row East. I'm Suge. All in the video. Eddie Hearns. But I can't wait to see old media. Let's see him jump on this story with Dillian Whyte, who did a fresh interview, and he stated his opinion. He said Joshua clearly didn't want to take the 50 million. Joshua already got punked by Miller. He's not gonna fight him either. Nah, he gotta. Who's he gonna fight then? He gonna fight King Kong? I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I don't know where they're gonna. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what's gonna happen with Joshua. But it feels good to be new media, part of the winning side. Like I said, notice what I said last year is matching up what I'm saying this year. These other dudes have to, like, see, that's what I'm saying. This is what old media has to do. Stop doing videos. You know, give up on their YouTube dreams. Avoid the topic. You know, just avoid it altogether and just don't talk about it. How can you do a video about everything? That's what I'm saying. You guys need to pressure everybody. You know, put on, even if the video is unrelated, say, what about that Dillian Whyte video? What about that Dillian Whyte video? What about what Dillian Whyte said? You know, because if Dillian Whyte says something bad about Deontay Wilder, you know they're going to make a video about that. You know, so, you know, we've seen it. This is the unfortunate fall of old media. They either give up, and that's what most of them do. That's what a lot of them do. They just give up and stop making videos or infrequent videos, focus on other things. And we still ticking. You know, we still working on the same shit, new shit. You know, it's just another day for us. You know, see, I tackle any subject. You know, I don't care. Like, I talk about whatever is relevant. You know, keep in mind I'm one person, but I don't duck or dodge any topic where I can't talk about it. You know, a video, Broner got 2 court cases. I make a video about it. You know, if Broner looks in shape, I make a video about it. You know, but if anything, you know, this just helps our movement. So there's not really nothing to talk about else other than that. I said my piece. Like I said, it's really child abuse at this point. I've already said my piece. I've been saying the same thing. I don't have to switch up. I don't have to change. It's just another day for me. You know, they're the ones that got to do something different because they're constantly been proven wrong. They're the ones that got to move mountains. We don't have to do that. We've already done the footwork. It's just like if you ever use like if you ever back up your computer like on a Mac, they have the Mac what's the shit called? Time Machine. And you want to back it up to a hard drive, it goes through your whole computer and gets all the files and does all the hard work. It takes a long time too, because it's everything, all pictures, videos, files, applications, software, blah, blah, blah. But once you've done the initial Time Machine backup, which takes the longest, the future backups are easy because now it already has the bulk of what's on your computer already memorized and stored and registered. So now all Time Machine has to do is add new files. This is very similar to how iCloud works. The first iCloud, if you had 20,000 photos, it's going to take a long time to upload all that into the cloud. But then once you've done that, now all it has to do is, if you shoot new pictures, you know, the 5-10 pictures you just shot, add those to the previous ones. That's exactly how we work. The hard part, the laborious parts are already done. We've already sewed that up. Now this is just the maintenance work. Just is the additional shit. This is our victory lap. Shout out to Z, $5 super chat. Eddie Hearns appears to have lost power after the Wilder versus Fury. J-Dog, exactly. He said, we have killed 1,000 excuses, Ego's army. Shout out to Z for the super chat. Shout out to my shooter, J-Dog. We've been bodying him. J-Dog been telling you, Kennedy Linder, Real Brother 32. We've been saying the same shit. Non-fucking stop. Ronald Finkley, all of us. We've been saying the same thing, telling you what it was, what it wasn't. You know, and see, the thing I'm loving about it, it's like McDonald's. I'm loving it. They was talking all this Wilder and Fury is not going to happen. What's taking the announcement so long? Why is it so long? Frank Warren said next week it should be announced. It's not going to happen. Eddie Hearn said it's not going to happen. Then it happens. Then they got to switch to something else. Oh, it didn't sell over 1 million though. That's not, you said it wasn't going to happen. Why are we switching to a million being the standard? You know, for some shit you said wasn't going to happen. Y'all motherfuckers said that Wilder needs to fight Dominic. You said Wilder needs to fight Dillian Whyte to boost his UK profile. To this day, he still hasn't fought Dillian Whyte, and I'm pretty sure he's boosted his UK profile in the last year by fighting a guy, lineal champion from the UK, in Tyson Fury. So he not only did he boost his UK profile, but he did it in his own way without doing it Eddie Hearns' way by going through Dillian Whyte. And he went, in my opinion, he went a harder route, you know, and he went in with the guy who gives him more merit and more clout. Just a real bad look, y'all. You know, y'all motherfuckers are talking about, oh, yeah, Wilder's going to fight Dominic Brazil. Just announce the Brazil fight. This is what they were saying. Just announce the Brazil fight. It's okay. We know. And then, boom. He doesn't announce a Brazil fight. He announces the Tyson Fury fight. You know, they've been wrong on so many fronts. They said, remember when AJ, he put a counter offer with some weak ass flat rate, 12.5 million, and it took a couple weeks. We didn't hear anything from Team Wilder. They're like, what's taking so long? See, you're ducking. AJ already offered you something. No, they were getting their ducks in a row, coming up with 50 million. And then they announced, you know, I remember the video. Wilder, he's in some kind of chair. He got a green WBC jacket on, like Army colors. And he was like, just so there's nothing to be misconstrued, Anthony Joshua, get with Eddie Hearns. I sent you something. I sent it to your direct email just to ensure that it gets to you. I want you to open it. The money's all there. Eddie did his whole little thing, and then the 50 million was announced. They still turned it up. You know, it's just, bro, I'm not going through this whole situation again. Y'all know who the fuck is winning this. You know, 50 mil's not real. 50 mil, why should he come to America? He needs to fight in the UK. That's what he said. Okay, cool. Then why you want to fight Gerald Miller for less money? For less money in America. And then you on DAZN, he on DAZN talking about, oh yeah, I got an appetite. Being here for the Canelo fight. I'm half Mexican. You know, what? So you came to America once for a big fight, and now you a quarter Mexican? Like, what? Listen, that's how I could tell you from out of town, because Trump in the office. Motherfuckers who's Mexican, they like, you know, Trump trying to build walls and shit. So they, you know, people prideful can't even claim Mexican right now. You telling people you're a quarter Mexican, they're gonna build a wall around you. You ain't gonna get no fights in America, motherfucker. Now I'm not saying don't be prideful where you come from. I'm just telling you it's hot. You know, they trying to get these minorities up out of here. Muslim, blacks, Mexican. That's what I can tell you from out of town. You don't even know how it goes down. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about, I'm a quarter Mexican. All right, keep saying that. And Trump gonna build a fucking Great Wall of China, Great Wall of Mexico around you. You know, I'm gonna build a wall in Mexico, and Mexico's gonna pay for it. Like, they ain't paying for shit. You better open that GoFundMe account. You know, this dude Joshua, he come for a Canelo fight, and he turned Mexican, bro. That's not how it worked. Motherfucker, you eat some Takis and shit, flaming hot Taki. Oh, I'm Mexican. No, that's not how that works. You don't just go to a Canelo fight and you're a quarter Mexican. But anyway, whatever. Bottom line is, I don't know. New media is just killing, bro. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what y'all want from me. You know, now you got your man Dillian Whyte. I thought it was just the Bloody Yanks and check bang house. I thought I was a dosser and all this shit. Now you got his countrymen saying the same thing. He said it himself. He's looking for the easy fights. I didn't even say it that harsh, but he did. So I can't wait to hear everybody's coverage on this very topic. Or let's see if they just avoid it like they always do and act like it doesn't exist. Listen, I'm going to get about my day. I still got to pack. We got so much coming. I'm scared. I don't even know. I don't even know, man. Yo, Donald Trump is really wilding. He's holding the country hostage for that bullshit ass wall none of us asked for. That's what I'm saying. And he said he's gonna make Mexico pay for it, but then now he wanna have us. Man, this dude, he just be saying whatever, bro. Anyway, you know, get it together. I told you it's gonna be a harsh 2019 for some of y'all. We doing cool though. He don't, bro, it's not even work. We all know it don't make no sense. Donald Trump employs immigrants on some of his properties, and some of them were getting paid under the table. You trying to build a wall, your fucking employees, some of them from Trump Towers and like ranches and shit, work, they're immigrants on Trump properties. So that doesn't even make sense. I thought they're bringing the murderers and rape. Then why, man, just... Not, he's tripping. Rob Singleton, $2 super chat. Hype for Devin Haney and Uzcategui versus Caleb Plant. Me too, man. I gotta pack and get ready. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think of Dillian Whyte's statements and the heavyweight division. But if Wilder fights Fury, I can't see anyone that Joshua is realistically going to face that's going to trump that. I think the best consolation would be Luis Ortiz, but I haven't heard any. I've heard. Oh my God. I'm about to turn to Ego Valley. I just thought of something. Oh shit. If y'all want me to turn to Ego Valley, can I get a hell yeah? I just thought of a fucking point. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. See, this shit is too easy for me. If y'all want me to turn to Ego Valley, can I get a hell yeah? I just thought of a killer point right now. Just as I'm thinking. See, this how the wheels always turn. The wheels keep on turning. I'm dancing like Kanye. All right. I just thought of something. This is bad. Team AJ got to really decide make the next move the best move. Here's why. AJ called himself calling out Luis King Kong Ortiz. I haven't heard anything about Eddie Hearns actually following through, sending some real money or real offer, not no flat rate or nothing crazy that he's going to turn down to King Kong Ortiz's team. And when I see him at a fight, I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask King Kong Ortiz's team, have you had any contact with Eddie Hearns? Have you received any type of real money, real offers? Right? I hope they're in LA. I'm about to ask him because I'm going to be out there. But the rumor I have heard is Alexander Usyk might fight Povetkin or Luis King Kong Ortiz, his very first fight moving up from cruiserweight to heavyweight. Do you understand if Alexander Usyk, an undisputed cruiserweight, moves up and fights Luis Ortiz before the heavyweight champion of the world with 4 belts that he keeps telling people about? Do you understand how badly that is going to look? That a guy from a lower division, for his first fight, he may actually fight the guy people want to see Joshua fight in lieu of Wilder and Fury probably doing a rematch. I just thought of that. If Usyk, do you guys hear what the fuck I'm telling you right now? If Usyk moves up from cruiserweight and fights Luis Ortiz in his first fight before AJ fights Luis Ortiz, when that was his mandatory, and he probably can't get Wilder or Fury because they're probably going to fight each other, that'll be insane. We'll see. I can't wait to see how all this plays out. I'll be waiting. I'm going to have the mic hot ready. But that'll be bad if Usyk moves up from cruiserweight and especially if he beats Ortiz. But that's, I got to see that first because I don't know. There's no guarantee that the fight even happens. They could just be low-key name dropping and clout chasing on the boy Ortiz. Because people, it's funny. We keep it a buck here. Everyone keeps saying Luis Ortiz's name, but I don't see no real footprints in the sand. Like Joe Joyce said he'll fight him, but in 3 or 4 or 5, 6 fights. Usyk, there's a 70% chance he fights Povetkin or Luis Ortiz. So, I got to see it. Joshua said, I'll fight Ortiz. But then I ain't really heard no follow-up. I heard that Gerald Miller might got the fight. Dillian Whyte saying he thinks Gerald Miller got the fight. So, somebody got to step up and fight this boogeyman. Wilder already took the Ortiz challenge. Somebody else could do it too. I don't think Andre Ward is smart. I don't think he's going to come off a long layoff and jump straight up against, one of the top 3 heavyweights. Because he didn't even do that for for Kovalev. So y'all might as well count that out. I know Dre. And I'm not saying that's nothing to do with his character. That's just smart business. Why are you going to move up from light heavyweight all the way to heavyweight? So I wouldn't bank on that because he didn't even do that for Kovalev. He said, give me 2 tune-up fights, Sullivan Barrera, Alexander Brandt, and then I'll fight Kovalev. So you mean to tell me after filming Creed 2 and The Contender and, being off for a year plus or whatever, he's just going to jump up and fight Joshua? I doubt that. It's not really likely. Because if that was the case, why didn't he just jump up and fight Kovalev? Because he knows his body and he knows it's a process. So I wouldn't bank on I don't care what Eddie Hearns and all that. See, the other thing is too, if he were to do that, you're going to have to offer him a lot of money. And for real, we don't even know if DAZN, where their money's at. Paying Canelo fucking 15 mil for Rocky. You know, I don't even know if they got the money, the budget to do all that. They got to pay Canelo like 36.5 a whop. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we don't even know if they have the money to pay Dre that type of money. That's because he told, I got an interview with Dre. He told me, he says, if me coming out of retirement, I'm happy here. If I did come out, I did because it's going to cost you. He said something very close to that. And I respect him, and I feel that that's what he means. So basically, he ain't coming for no cheap price tag because he's cool. He could just do what he's doing right now. Commentating on ESPN, picking up some movie roles, not getting punched in the fucking face. Still, you know, providing for his family and going to church. I mean, he can do that. So I don't think he fighting Joshua. I mean, Usyk ain't even doing that. Usyk ain't even, he already said he ain't gonna fight Joshua. So why would Ward come off a year plus layoff in a lighter division and then just jump up and fight Joshua his first fight? Hey, block MCP. Block MCP. Anyway, I'm out. I got some stuff to do. Holla at the boy. We working. Thank y'all. You guys have a blessed day. Oh, media, you gotta do something, man. And we out.